Assalamualaikum and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about SPSS, which is short for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences. We'll be focusing mainly on data entry, and as you can see there are two views here, the data view and the variable view. We can switch between them like this or even like this, right? So we enter the data in the data view, but before that we have to define the variables in the variable view. So let's do that now. Alright, so suppose you took a survey and now you're going to enter the data. And the first column is named the name of the participants. So normally you would write the name of participants like this with spaces, but that won't be allowed by the system because in this column you can't enter any spaces or any special characters. So what we do is instead of spaces we put underscores, right? So we'll write name of participants like this with underscores instead of spaces. So let's make the next column the gender column, right? We'll enter gender here. Then let's say the next one is age, right? So moving on, we have to define the variables. For the type, we have multiple options like numeric, scientific notation, date, dollars, etc., which we can select according to the requirement of our data. Because here we have to enter names, so we'll select string so that we can input letters. The width is going to describe the number of characters that can be inputted into this field. It's set to 8 by default, but if you have to enter longer names, you can set this to a higher number. Obviously, we don't need decimals in names, so we'll leave this at 0. As for the label is going to further describe the variable. So supposing that this is the data from a survey conducted by a company for its employees, so we can label this as the company employee names. Now this won't appear in the data view, but it will appear in the output, right? Moving on to columns, the column section specifies the width of the column, so you can increase it from here, or you can go to the data view and simply stretch the column to make it bigger or smaller. We have three types of alignment: left, right, and center. As for the gender, now the gender is going to be numeric. You might wonder why the gender is going to be numeric when we have male and female. Basically, if somebody has to enter like 400 or 500 individuals data, it will be really difficult for them to enter male and female and male and female and female and male and male and female and so on. So to make it easier, we simply input the gender as ones and twos. In order to do that, we have to specify, we have to tell the software what one means and what two means. So let's do that now. Go to the values, and here we can put 1 as male and then add it, then put 2 as female and add that as well. Now you can add you can put 1 as female and 2 as male, that's totally up to you, and then select OK, but make sure to add them here. Once you're done specifying the values, move on to the measure. But before that, let's see that age is also supposed to be numeric, because obviously we're going to enter age is numerals, right? Moving on to measure. Here we have three options: scale, ordinal, and nominal. Scale data is the data which can be quantified, which can be measured. It's in ones, twos, threes, and so on. As for ordinal data is a data which is in a specific sequence, like positions, first, second, third, and so on. And nominal data is qualitative data. It cannot be measured and it cannot be quantified. This includes gender, race, religion, etc. We can't say that a certain gender, like males have more gender than female, or females have more gender than males. We can also say that Islam has more religion than Christianity, and so these are nominal data examples. So we'll set gender as nominal. As for age will be scale, and obviously names will also be nominal data. Alright, for the missing column. Suppose when you gave the survey, some individuals did not answer specific questions, like somebody didn't give their age, somebody didn't give their gender for whatever reason. But now when you're entering the data, you have to enter something there. So for that, we'll add a missing value, right? For no response. Here we select discrete missing values and enter 999. Press OK. Then go to the values tab and enter 999 as the value and label it as no response. So whenever there is no response to a certain question, you will input 999 in place of that, right? You can do this for all of the variables. So once we're done with defining the variables, we'll go to the data view to enter the data. For now, I'll just enter a few random names. As you can see, I entered the names as ones and twos. In order to view them, I can click the value label button, which is right here. When I click that, I can see the male and female labels. I can also do this by going to view and selecting value labels. As you can see, that's it for today. As you saw, this is really basic stuff, but it's still very important because if you don't know the first step, you can't move forward. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. And if you want us to make more videos about SPS, do mention that in the comments as well. Thank you for watching.